Good morning. I'd like to talk a little bit today about being unique. You know, I love being unique. I love that everybody else is unique. I'm glad that we're not all the same. If we were all the same, then instead of wearing yellow shirts, or perhaps we'd all wear yellow shirts, maybe we'd wear a gray shirt. There'd be no color. There'd be no life to things. Variety is the spice of life, they say. And so it's wonderful that each of us have different talents, that each of us see things differently. I've been an attorney for nearly 25 years, and during that time, the one thing that I have come to understand is that everybody sees things differently. If you ask 5 witnesses to an event, they'll all tell you a slightly different story. Now, they all saw the same thing, but they all saw it from a different perspective. They all saw it from their unique perspective. Perhaps one was to the side, one was in front, one was in back. Or things that they noticed. Perhaps you have one person who notices color, for example. And that's the thing that they noticed, that the person wore a red shirt. You ask another person, they probably couldn't tell you what color shirt they wore. You ask another person, and what they're going to probably notice is that perhaps that they have blonde hair. So when you have these unique perspectives, it translates throughout everything in your life. Everybody likes different colors. Everybody likes different homes. Everybody likes different weather. I personally like the sun. I enjoy the warmth of the warm summer air. I've never been a fan of the snow, and yet I've got a son who loves to go to the mountains and ski. I've never liked it. I just can't imagine putting a set of boards on your feet, waxing them up so they'll go faster, and then pointing them down a hill. That to me just doesn't sound exciting, but to him it does. And for him, that's a wonderful thing. For me, I would just as soon put on a pair of nice hiking boots and head off to the mountains and just enjoy the quiet of my surroundings. That to me is much more exciting than sliding down a hill on 2 waxed up boards. But the wonderful thing about being unique is that you are valuable. I am valuable because we have our own perspective about what life is all about. And when we share that perspective with others, the wonderful thing happens is that we all grow. You can teach me things that I don't know. And perhaps I can teach you things that you don't know. And then someone else can teach us both things that we have no clue about. And there's a plane going overhead. I personally don't want to fly. I enjoy flying. I enjoy going places, but I don't want to fly an airplane. And yet I've got a niece of mine who wants to join the Marines so that she can be a Marine pilot. How's that for uniqueness? But being unique is a wonderful thing, and all of us should be enlightened by the fact, or inspired by the fact, that we have talents and gifts that no one else has. I've heard people say, well, I don't know what my gifts are. But you have them. Everyone has them. Perhaps it's the gift of love. Perhaps you can love others easier than perhaps someone else. Perhaps you have the gift of being able to talk and be friendly with someone else. Perhaps you have the gift of a smile. You don't have to have perhaps the gift of being able to play the grand piano, or the gift of writing a best-selling novel. Those are certainly gifts. But we all have gifts. Each of us are unique, and I applaud you for being unique. You should applaud yourself.